This is a polarizing video, and I'm going to be very, very fair when I go over this, okay? I was actually reached out to, and I was told not to watch this, which means we need to watch it. You might remember a couple months ago, I think it was like a month ago, that Lunazi came out with that video about the that creator on TikTok, PU, and how he was grooming underage kid. This is a tonal change, I'm not gonna lie. This is a juxtaposition from what we just watched. He was grooming 12-year-olds, his own sister. He was getting them to send him video or sounds of them moaning, and very, very sick shit, stuff that we should not want in our community. And I say our community like I'm a part of it. There's been a new video. King Dodo did a video talking about how there's some people in the community that did not talk about this and apparently don't want to talk about this. So I'm gonna put this on ×2, or at times, like, I'm gonna speed this up because he does kind of talk slow. Some people don't like this guy, some people do like this guy. I'm of the opinion that we need to hear out both sides of a story before we make a full, what do you call it, opinion about something. So I want to watch this. We're going to speed this up a little bit, and here we go.
Hello. This is part 2, a video going over a pedophile.
He did a part 1 video. Going over the document that I Want Lunazi and a couple other people were spreading around. I did a video, or I didn't do a whole video about it because I thought like my audience didn't really want to listen to me watch or read a whole document. But he did a video going through the whole document, and you know, you can watch that. It's part 1. I feel like nobody wants to watch me watch that, so we're just gonna watch this.
In the Project Marine community, the first video tried to focus on his crimes, talking about Pew himself. Of course, needless to say, you'll have to watch that video in order to understand the context of this video. So, now that I can finally link and pin stuff again, it will be in the description. But what exactly is the second video then, if I pretty much covered the entire incident? Yeah,
so basically, up front, I want to say that there are some people that think that this is just drama stirring and that King Dodo is just an asshole and he's just stirring up shit and he's just making shit up. So I want to watch this and I want to see.
Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about how some of the content creators handled this and overall attitude towards the case. I'll also talk about the importance of the community coming together to talk about this and why it matters that the CCs actually say something. We will go over all of that and more, but just be warned because this video is
rated R for retarded.
Oh my god.
I'll break this video into 2 parts.
Why does the clown horn have to go off at this? Oh my god.
First, I'll talk about how these CCs and others have been informed about the situation and decided to do nothing. I'll explain why this is important, and specifically why it matters in this case. And, as an extra bonus, I'll be having an interview with the doc maker himself, asking some questions that is related to the case. Finally wrapping this whole thing up for good. So what exactly do I mean by the CCs didn't want to help? Well, it's exactly as it sounds. There's a whole bunch of other CCs that was asked to cover the PU stuff, and some did, and others just didn't, but I'm not as concerned with those people. However, the 2 main names I'm going to mention is Frey Chicken Sauce and Kamui.
I can't believe I have to I can't believe I have to add a picture of Ishmael as a clown in the middle of the most serious thing that we've ever watched here. Hold on, let me talk about this first. So apparently,
2 main names I'm going to mention is Frey Chicken Sauce and Kamui.
Yeah, so apparently he's gonna talk about it, but apparently the 2, Kamui and Frey, they were reached out to and they were asked to say something about the PU situation, and apparently they didn't do anything about it. So let's see what he has to say.
Kamui? I guess it's Kamui, huh? Let's start with Kamui, since it's way shorter. People have reached out to Kamui saying that a lot of the Project Marine community has joined together on this, and it will be his choice whether or not to join. Kamui then said, I do not partake in these, and I appreciate the information. I'll try to do what I can to ensure the community is safe on my end. To not even talk about the contradicting statements of not wanting to partake in calling out of. Then, with him saying he wants to keep the community safe, but it actually gets worse from here. This is an older screenshot.
So, to be fair, if somebody tells you that there's a PDF in the community and he's grooming people and can you please say something about it, and your response is no, I'm not going to talk about it, I'm going to keep the community safe, wouldn't talking about it be part of trying to keep the community safe? Like, let them know that he exists and to stay away from him and like report any account, because apparently what he does is he like disappears and then he comes back on a different name. So it's like, shouldn't we be aware of that so that we can continue to report him and ban him so that he doesn't get to just get away with it? Like,
look more like this. Yes, that's right. Kamui deleted his message. For what reason? We do not know. But what we do know is that when he was asked to make a community post,
The problem with not talking about it when people ask you to talk about it is that people start wondering why you won't talk about it. So like if you go like, no, I'm not going to talk about it, people are like, why? Are you trying to defend him? Are you trying to defend? Instead of just coming out and being like, no, I'm not okay with this and I'll do whatever I can to like ban him or report him or whatever. Instead, they say, no, I'm not going to do anything about it. And then I'm also just going to delete the message of me even talking about it. It makes it look really bad. Like
he reacted to it as well, meaning that maybe he had intentions to do that. However, for some odd reason, just never decided to go through with it. Maybe he's been busy with some kind of event. Next, I'll talk about Frey.
That's another thing too. People are pissed off that Kamui and Frey wouldn't say anything about PU, but yet they're celebrating Pride Month. So it's like, we can all get together. We could all, we can all get together and we can have this like big collab where we do stuff and celebrate Pride Month, but we can't just do a single video or even make a comment saying that we denounce this in the community and we're not okay with it. And that if you see him, you should report him and not let him be in anything or don't talk to him or anything.
Who was actually contacted about this whole thing twice. The first time by the original doc maker, trying to get Frey to talk about it. However, the mod responded saying that if Frey was interested in it, then he will cover it. Okay, so you're telling me that Frey will not be interested in the potentially be in this community or the likes. Hey, you said that, not me.
I get it, but I also get that Project Moon creators don't want to do research and make videos just talking about PDFs or whatever instead of Project Moon. That's a problem. It's like there's no content. There is no content for Limbus Company. Like, how many times can you watch the same video glazing Limbus Company? How many times can you watch a video about the new ID and I wonder if the new ID is going to be really strong. Yeah, it always is. It's a gotcha game. So like when something actually happens, this goddamn cat, when something actually happens, yeah, I had to speed up the video because he talks really slow. When something actually happens that is real and it affects the real world, silence. And that's what people are pissed off about.
And then he cited rules 10 and 11 of the server. First of all, the mod citing rules 10 and 11 here already doesn't make sense because this isn't DMs. It wasn't posted in the server. So those rules don't even apply here. But if you actually look at the rules, you can see how retarded this mod actually is. Rule 10, which I'll put on the screen if you want to read, basically refers to sending pornographic or suggested content. How would talking about even be done for the purpose of arousal, as stated in the rule? What the hell is he trying to imply by citing this rule? Rule 11 is better for this case. It talks about mental issues and sensitive topics. In simple terms, telling people they can't be talking about self-harm and such. So, if you can relate to the pedophile case, you can actually make a somewhat decent argument in favor of this rule. Saying something along the lines of, you know what, that makes sense, as talking about pedophilia can definitely make people uncomfortable and can definitely be a sensitive topic. Okay, let's assume we're not actually brain dead, and let's try this again though. If someone is trying to inform you through mods of pedophile or creep in the community, then even if it's done in an inappropriate method, which it wasn't, but even if it was, then wouldn't you understand that they're trying to do this in good faith? It just feels like the mod is making this process unnecessarily complicated for no real reason.
It just brings me back to like, it brings me back to Genshin Impact, where if you tried to criticize the game at all, they would call you like a racist, they'd call you a monster, and they wouldn't let you, and they would try to like kick you out of the community. And it's just like, when there's problems in the community, like, can you just address it? No one's asking you to like stop everything you're doing and go like on a moral crusade about it. Like, people just literally just wanted you to say something about it.
But we also have a second.
And by not saying anything about it, it looks like you're like covering it up. And it just looks like you're trying to avoid it.
DMs from the same mod, but from a different person. These people, I guess, were really trying to get Frey to address this problem. But it makes sense, it's just a pedophile. In these texts,
because Lunazi messaged me and he said, hey, we're working on this doc and it'd be really great if you could say something about it. So I did.
Here we see
and it was over. And I didn't have people making videos about me saying, oh, look at him, he's not addressing it, he's not talking about it. It's like, because it was just that simple. You just say, hey, this is an easy W. Hey, there's a okay, we don't like him and we don't want him in the community, and we should do whatever we can to bring him to justice and keep him out of the community. Easy W.
And try to talk to the moderators, urging them to do something, and the mod says that for something so serious, the person is being overly theatric. Again, even if the mod believed this to be true, given the severity of the allegations of the content creator in the PM space, it's appropriate to still look at it and, tell people about this. The person then makes a remark saying that this could stain Frey's reputation, which is objectively true. If people found out that you weren't willing to do anything or say anything, hell, even if one of your mods was acting this way, then this will definitely affect Frey.
What did you even add to the doc? No, I didn't add anything to the doc. He literally just asked me to say something about it. Like, just say that the doc exists, link to the doc, like maybe make a well, I don't know if he ever said make a video about it. He just said like, can you talk about it? And I did.
Frey's reputation. And the second that this was levied as a point, the mod actually cared more about this than the real pedo allegations. Remember,
And that's my point too, is like, now we're not even talking about the guy. Like, we're not even talking about the guy who molested his own sister allegedly and had his fans send him audio of them moaning and doxing. He doxed his fans too, like, and he had them sign some kind of like contract. Like, it's all in the document. We're not even talking about any of that anymore. Now we're talking about Frey and Kamui and how they didn't talk about it.
real pedophile involved here. And
This guy reached out to you? No, I Want Lunasi reached out to me, and then King Dodo made a whole video about the document, and now he's making another video talking about the people who did not talk about it.
it's just being weird. He's not trying to be consistent or anything. Of course, the mod then shuts down the conversation, saying that the person's being immature and such. But you know what? The mod's right. The person is being immature, and that makes sense because it's a kid behind it. That's right. Behind these ducks, there's literal children.
By the way, I finally got this picture to show up.
I'll take it back.
There you go,
I'm
Jake.
also disappointed. So for the most part, it's children trying
This fucking Claymatics is fucking ridiculous. What the f is going on?
to call up pedos and preds in their communities, whilst the adults do absolutely nothing. I wonder what's really getting them distracted during this time.
Yeah, apparently
So I'll
some
try
of
to explain
some of the people that worked on the document are actually underage themselves, and they're actually like terrified of PU because he's preying on underage people in the community, and they are asking people who are older than them to say something about it, and their response is, "Well, no, it might harm our reputation if we talk about it." I get that. I get that Che. I think he meant Frey. I get that Frey has a very busy schedule, and they've stated to do so. They stated that they do multiple times, but a single short post or something that says blank happened. I won't talk about it or go into more info. Yeah, even if like that's what I'm saying. You don't have to like go on a year-long crusade. Stop everything you're doing. Move to where the guy lives and try to put him in jail. Like learn law and go to court and put him in jail yourself. But all people were asking is just, hey, can you just say something about it and maybe link to the document?
Of all this. Number one, these people try to pride themselves on the communities being safe and managing the community in order to keep these people in line. So in order to be consistent on that, it will make sense if they'll at least address it. I'm not asking them to make a video or even a community post, but spreading the message and also being aware of it, or announcing it in Discord.
Or yeah, just pin it in Discord. Just pin it in Discord and say, hey, if any of you even smell PU and go PU, get it? But no, if you even think that PU is on the server, report him to one of the mods and we'll ban him instantly. Anybody who even makes a joke, get them out of here. Like even no joking about minors, no talking about minors. This is what I had to do. I literally had to, this is why I don't like Discord, because when we had a Discord, I had to say, can we not make jokes about minors, guys? Like, can we ban people that do this? And we ended up having like 300 people, and I was just like, you have to have a full-time moderator to get rid of these people. But you have to do something. If you're gonna have a Discord, you have to moderate it. If you're gonna have a community where you have community events, you have to moderate it. And if you can't do that, then maybe don't have little parties and don't have little Discords if you're not gonna say something about the bad actors.
More than enough, because Discord is very prone to these kind of things. Limbus Company is a game meant for mature ages. Kids shouldn't even be in the space in the first place. But since they're already here, let's do our job as grown people.
In that Discord, not a single mod was actually modding. I know, it was stupid. Like, I literally had to stop whatever I was doing and be like, hey, can we not do that? Like, that's fucked up. Like, somebody messaged me and they were like, this guy's talking about like lollies and underage kids. I go, ban them. I shouldn't have to say this. Ban him.
Actually moderate it properly.
Who is this guy? Is he another content creator or is he just a chat? No, he's a content creator.
You cannot say
he's small though. He's only got 822 subscribers.
I don't partake in these or participate in these callouts. Because it's our collective duty to actually watch out for these things in the community. Then the second point, which is the hypocrisy of it all. You're probably wondering, what hypocrisy haven't I already addressed? Well, for instance, these are the same people that's willing to call out problematic people in the community, like Guardian Z. Yet
I didn't even know about this guy. What the fuck did this guy do?
when it comes to
VTuber hates the rainbow during Pride Month at a queer-friendly... What the fuck?
a legitimate pedophile, these people will go aside. Furthermore, have already been banned from Frey and Kamui servers, so can't figure how that came to be. But either way, they do clearly get involved in these matters, but just simply it's picking and choosing when they get involved and when they actually do something. You know, I'm actually gonna make a quick prediction right now. There's gonna be people who haven't even watched this video yet, and they'll say something along the lines of, well, they're not obligated to make videos covering this guy. Something of the likes and downplaying the severity of things that's occurred. And anyways, here I have the doc maker, and I'll now conduct an interview with him. Did say I was gonna do the interview before, but saved it till now, so part 2. So, the first question is, how long have you been sitting on this information about PU?
For how long we've been sitting on this info, we've had suspicions on PU since December of last year. If I remember correctly, it was like December 3rd when he started sharing alarming messages with Star that let us.
Yeah, Lunasi, in his video, he talked about how PU, like, he'll just disappear and he'll come back under new names and stuff.
To start suspecting him of being a pedo. And then from there, we cut contact from him and forgot about the situation until we met Meta around December 15th. And then that's when we started going into deep investigation and recording the evidence. So a good majority of the evidence has been held since like December 15th or so, and then we just kept getting more and more to add to the doc.
I see. That's useful and quite interesting. Next of all, of course, how many other CCs, content creators, have you tried to contact about this? And if you did get a response, what was their response?
In terms of content creators, we've reached out to a lot from both YouTube and TikTok. At least 9 TikTok creators decided to help us, and like whether it was discussing stuff about the investigation or like making awareness posts. And most of those CCs also got other people to help us, so that was nice. As for YouTube, I can think of like 5 large content creators we reached out to, but a good majority of them decided not to even respond to us at all. I won't name any names except a few, because a lot of them want to keep their anonymity. But for example, Conway lied to us about promising to help, and Frey brushed it off as a mere fandom drama when we're
I don't think it was Frey. It wasn't Frey that did. It was the mod that did.
working with a literal confirmed felon with multiple accounts.
And unless you have a message from Frey saying you sweep this up, I need my janitors on this. Don't let anybody. Unless you have proof that Frey said that, you can't really say that Frey themselves did that.
Okay, thank you for that. Next question is, how many victims do you think there's been in total?
For how many victims PU has had, there's 4 recorded victims that like we have confirmed, and another possible victim that was mentioned in the doc. In addition to that, there's the person who is stated to either be his sister or stepsister, who is also a victim.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing.
Was informed of another.
That's the crazy thing. It wasn't even that he was just like grooming his underage fans. He's 18 years old, and his fans that he was grooming are like 12, and he didn't even stop there. Like he was doing shit to his own sister, allegedly.
13-year-old who was a victim PU when they were 11 to 12. So it's safe to assume he's had a plethora of victims within the past year or 2. Also, it's pretty much confirmed that PU plays a lot of Roblox condo games, so I can only imagine how many more victims he's had there. So at a minimum right now we have 6 victims, but unfortunately it's probably way more than that.
I see, that's quite a bit. And finally, what do you think
guy.
to stop this from happening again?
As for what we can do as a community to prevent this from happening again, we need more people with bigger audiences within our community to speak on topics like that. Like, I know that's what you've been trying to do with your own channel, but we need more publicity when it comes to exposing bigger content creators like PU. I recently checked his profile,
and August just drew a picture of me saying PDF bad.
Still getting thousands of likes on his content because this information hasn't reached nearly as many people as it should.
Now I will.
And it doesn't help when at least 3.
I will, after he finishes talking, I will bring up what Suppress said to me.
Of the biggest YouTube content creators we've reached out to have refused to cover, even acknowledge the situation at all. Our fandom as a whole was able to like bash people like Tecton away from playing the games, though he has much reason to be hated. But when it comes to other weirdos like PU, Ochinum, and Scrunkly Dragon, nothing happens at all. Also, the Project Moon community as of recent has just been filled with weirdos to an extremely concerning extent. You can't even go in like the comment section of a PM TikToker cosplaying without it being filled with disgusting comments from degenerate weirdos. I know a lot of people complain about the Project Moon community fandom, but
that's a problem that I'm running into, where like I specifically make crazy thumbnails and titles because people react to them, but now people are starting to think that like I'm actually weird, like in real life. Like I go around and I just go, hey guys, cock and pussy and shit. So like I don't know what I'm gonna do. What if crazy thumbnails and picture and titles are my power, then what am I going to be without them? Fuck.
As of late, it's pretty much reasonable. However, nothing's going to change about the fandom if we continue to refuse to speak on situations such as this.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. So, Suppressed messaged me, and Suppressed said, hey, the reason why people don't talk about this type of thing is because it ruins any investigation that goes into the person in the real world. In other words, if there's an actual active investigation going on into PU, which is kind of hard to tell because he lives in a completely different country. I don't know if he lives in Indonesia or something like that. He lives in some other different country. So like we physically, I mean, what is this? I mean, Minilad still has viewers and he got caught. Oh, well, okay, yeah, so that's what I'm going to say too. So, like, we're not really going to put PU in jail. And the thing is, he might go to jail. Like, he might actually go to jail, but, like, I don't think anything online is going to be... I mean, they already have a whole document of things that he said. And, like, the thing is that if he doesn't get caught now, he'll probably get caught later. The main thing is, nobody really gets punished on the internet. Like, you can make videos about people and you can spread awareness, but, I mean, Destiny said that he had 60 terabytes of CP on his hard drive. and he was saving it for a lawsuit if there was ever a lawsuit. And people were like, nobody in their right mind would hold on to 60 terabytes of CP in any circumstance. And his response was, well, what if I get sued one day and I have to use it as evidence or something? You still have 60 terabytes of CP. Like, he admitted to having this. Doesn't immediately get arrested. There's a guy called Ethan Ralph who has beat his wife on camera. He has released revenge porn. He has done a million things. Every possible bad thing that he could have done, he has done. He has yet to go to. He's in hiding in Mexico right now, so that's good. But he will probably never go to prison. People online have this like weird bulletproof vest where nothing ever happens to them. They just don't go to prison. So what people want is, God damn it, what people want is you to at least say something about it and spread awareness so that people can be aware and say, get the f away from me and get out of my community. We might not be able to put you in prison, but we will not tolerate you being around me. That's all people are trying to do here. They're not trying to hunt you down and throw him in jail, although probably somebody might want to do that, but you know, but yeah. And the other thing is like, I mean, Mini Lad still has viewers and he got caught. That's the thing. Like the argument is that when you call these people out, all it does is put a spotlight on them, and then people who agree with them go and side with them. So like when if somebody makes a video about Skrunkly Dragon and says he's a creep and he's probably a PDF or something, all it does is make other PDFs run to his side and support him. So people say it's counterproductive to say anything about it. You should just ignore it. The problem with ignoring it is that then people get groomed and they get molested and they get doxxed. So what do? You can't physically put the person in jail. All you can really do is just talk about it and warn people about it. So there's this catch-22 where some people are like, just completely ignore it. And then some people are like, well, at least say something. And then if you don't say something, people are like, well, why aren't you saying anything about it? Are you a part of it? Are you a part of the cover-up? Are you hiding something? So it's better to just say something and then move on.
If we continue to let our fandom be a breed.
And then if it keeps happening, then you just keep saying, listen, I found him, he's over here, report him and stay the fuck away from him. That's all you can really do.
Around for weirdos is not gonna get any better. It's just gonna get worse for the fans and the content creators who produce videos for said fans.
It's like if a woman comes out and says that she was raped like 30 years ago, and then people are immediately like, well, why didn't you say something 30 years ago? The point is, like, if you don't say something when it happens, people think, oh, well, you're just making it up after the fact because you've for something changed and now you're doing this for the cloud or the drama. But if you say something immediately as it happens, people are like, oh, what the fuck is going on here?
I see. Well, thank you for your answer. You know, that was pretty good. The long information I was expecting is pretty good. And yeah, you know, I'll see you when I upload this video. Maybe we'll...
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you. Well, the CCs are this bad, but...
This is... Okay, the end of this video, people are really pissed off with the end of this video. And... I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't know how to feel about the end of this video.
It wouldn't be the first time. You've probably heard of APR, right? Absolute Pride Resonance. You know, the gay charity event where a bunch of CCs get together in the PM space to do some shit? Well, yeah, I've done my own research into the whole thing and realized their entire thing has to go. I mean, what could a singular man do against a group this massive? Who has a clue? Either way, I've got a goal and a mission. So the next video is going over all the misdeeds, the lies, and other disgusting things behind this charity event that's been covered over. I have all the evidence I need, so stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be a long one. My goal is to take down APR.
Okay, so now he's the Red Ensemble. So he's the Red Reverb now. So I really don't know what to think about this. So Suppress said that this guy is just starting shit because he just wants to promote himself and he's just starting shit. The problem with that is that he brought up some actual shit in the beginning of the video, but now at the end, now it seems like he has like a personal vendetta and now he's trying to take down APR. So it's like, what the fuck? I don't know where to, Chud farming. So here's the thing. If it comes out that APR is actually like a scam charity event or something, then good. But if this is just, they're all gay and literally the video is just going to be, they're gay! Gay alert! Like, he's got to be very careful with this. Like, unless this is a charity scam, I really don't think that this is going to end well. I don't know. Like, I don't like charity scams. I'm afraid of any charity because I just assume that it's a scam. I know that there is this cool art of him against Pride. Doesn't that suck? Doesn't that suck when something like look at this? I can't get rid of these fucking pop-ups, but like if he didn't have the Pride thing in his hand, this would go hard, but it just looks like he's getting ready to take. It looks like he's about to storm APR, and he's like the uninvited guest, and he's either going to get completely slimed out or banished to the back streets. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh no, the anti-capitalist game that gives power to the individual is woke. Impossible. Well, that was the video. That was the video. I think he brought up a lot of good points. I don't think saying that Frey is denying it. You can't really blame Frey for the mod. Like, the mod's just kind of trying to do their job. I don't know. It should just be an easy dub to say, hey, we don't like PDFs, and if you know about PDFs in the community, let's say something about it so that we don't. I want to believe that this guy is doing this in good faith, but bro promotes it like a blockbuster. That's the thing. It's like, is this wrestling, or are you? Because that was the whole thing with Tectone, is like, you would defend Tectone for years saying it's just wrestling, it's just bravado, he's just LARPing, and then he's actually in a courtroom defending himself for possibly, allegedly forcing himself onto his girlfriend. So that's the thing. Like, if you're a character online, you got to be a character online. You can't just do the shit in real life. Then it's not a character anymore. So thank you, King Dodo. Be very careful, please. You don't want to take an actual like movement of let's keep the community safe and turn it into now people, because that's the thing. Now people will go, oh, he just made all the shit up about PO or PU or however the hell you say his name. They'll say, oh, he just made it all up and let's not even give a shit anymore and just write it off all completely. And then when there's another PDF, then they're not going to fucking believe it.